people like sweets. Many people like sweets a lot. Many people would eat sweets all the time if they didn't know that it was bad for their dental health. But they do, so they don't eat it all the time. Children, however, don't know that, so they would eat sweets until they threw up if it wasn't for parents who would come in and help them develop good behavior. So then, not just in the area of sweets, children need their parents to discipline them and instill in them good behavior. But that requires discipline, and discipline, especially in the form of spanking, rises up some mixed emotions. So, spanking is approved by 57% of American parents. That's from Pamela Paul's article in Time magazine, Is Spanking Okay? This slim majority of approval, 57%, combined with the fact that all of my sources are titled something along the lines of Is Spanking Okay?, show that America is divided on the subject. It's understood that parents need a way to create that discipline and good behavior, but using the pain of a spanking to do so is a little bit questionable or arguable. Spanking here means a hitting of a child's bottom with your hand or a small paddle. Spanking is thought to have negative effects on children in a couple of different arguments. The first of which being that spanking causes a child to fear their parent rather than respect them, and that this in turn negatively affects their social behaviors. So then, because that primary relationship with their parents is based out of fear, then they're introverted and less likely to interact with other people socially. The second argument is that children, when they are spanked, it causes violent tendencies in them. That because the parents can hit the child can then hit other people. These negative examples are both quoted from Kitty O'Clain's article, Is It Okay to Spank Kids? These negative effects of spanking, though, are brought about by negative applications of spanking. Oftentimes, raising children is difficult and exasperating because it requires lots of patience. Children can be a little bit annoying sometimes, especially when they're very young. And so then an exasperated parent might hit their child out of stress or anger. And that's what causes these negative impacts of spanking. When a child can tell that they are being hit out of anger, that's when they deem it okay to hit other people out of anger. So if a spanking can be applied in a positive way, in a loving and patient way, then these negative effects of spanking are sidestepped. The bottom of a child is cushioned but sensitive, so that it can get pain but not be injured. That's a quote from Is Child Spanking Okay by Glenn Williams. So since it's a sensitive area, it's good because the pain of the child gets their attention and tells them that what they're doing is not okay. However, it's still a very cushioned area, so it doesn't actually cause the child an injury. So physically, spanking is okay. So a parent must never spank out of stress or anger, but spanking can be used to still promote good behavior in a child. A parent should follow up a spanking with an explanation of why the child was spanked, so that the child can learn what the good behavior is that they're supposed to develop, and they think of it more than just that they were hit by their parents. Also, spankings can be used in conjunction with other forms of punishment, such as a timeout, so that spanking isn't overused, but it can still be used for a positive outcome. It can be reserved as a top-tier punishment kind of thing, so that a child knows that what they're doing is not okay. So, with the spanking administered in an appropriate, loving method, not only can negative effects of spanking be avoided, but a child can be raised to grow up with a healthy respect for authority and others.